So welcome everybody. It's absolutely wonderful to see everybody. Welcome back, Chloe. We've missed you. Lovely to see Sheila. Lovely to see Jenny, and it's nice to see Lindsay. I've not seen you online for a while, but I saw you last week. So as you know, we have been working through the amazing Stillness in Motion book, and I put together a little course. I've called it Inspired by Stillness in Motion. So it's got some stuff that's in the book, and then I've added some bits into our class so things flow and we get activated and get the right body preps before working through the poses. So in week 3, we're stepping up a gear into slightly more, it says in the book, slightly more aerobic activity. So we're moving a little bit faster, we're moving with flow and moving from one pose to the next, which is really important this time of year because it can get quite cold if we're stationary for too long. So I just wanted to read you something from the book because I just love how it describes the sun salutation. It says, so the intention of the sun salutation is to create radiant health. Over the millennia, solar therapy has been used by numerous cultures to heal a wide variety of diseases. The sun sequence has a similar effect. The internal heat it creates stimulates physical healing and activates your inner energy resources. Willpower and enthusiasm are awakened, and the creative decision making promoted. So it really works with your solar center. So it gets your digestive system moving, it gets everything activated, and it's got so many benefits. You've heard me call it the physician before because it works on all your major muscle groups. When you repeat the practice, it can really help to balance the hormonal system, and it recharges the entire endocrine system, which is your hormonal system. Stabilizes all body functions, promotes physical stamina, mental and emotional balance, and toning of all major muscles. So that's enough of my introduction. Let's get moving. So as always, I invite you and ask you to look after your own bodies, make sure that you feel safe in your practice. I'm going to teach it in 2 stages, like I have done in the past. So there's always going to be an option for you to find something within that sequence what your body's comfortable with. So I'm going to invite you up to your feet. I've been in here for ages waiting to teach tonight. I was raring to go, which is a first because I'm normally running late. So I invite you to come up to your feet. And we'll just start off today. We'll get moving straight away. Bring your hands together and create some heat between your palms. Some warmth into the palms of the hands, get the fingers moving. And we're going to begin this evening's practice by creating a figure of 8 with the hands. So turning your hands onto the side and start to make a figure of 8. But as well as moving your hands, let your hips move with it as well. Allow your body to flow. We'll start with the hands fairly low, around the level of the abdomen to begin with. And start just adjusting your feet, making your figure of 8s more expansive. So you begin to reach out to the sides. Lovely. Be aware of your core muscles as you move, and feel the ground underneath your feet as you transfer your weight from left to right. And we're going to start taking the hands higher up. And adjust your feet as you move, and take your hands all the way up overhead. And as you move, you notice your spine, and this helps to hydrate the discs in your back. And then we're going to bring the figure of 8 down. And taking it all the way down towards the ground, so you begin to bend your knees. And then steadily lifting back up. You can use core muscles and let your spine unfurl. And then get some twists in there. We learned about twist last week, the importance of twisting, really helping to massage the digestive organs and keeping your spine flexible and healthy. And what was that main point I made last week? Slows down the aging process. I love that. And then taking your twist over to the other side. Lovely. And then here's where your twist can go wherever, sorry, your figure of eight can go wherever you want to go. Can move as fast or as slow as you choose. Really tune into your body's needs. Notice your breath. Is your breath becoming deeper, faster? And then, depending on how your figure of eight's moving, you might need to change your direction. We're going to lift it up through the midline of the body. So you're incorporating a wonderful stretch in there. And this is where it becomes a movement that tunes you into the heart space. And however you're feeling this evening, feel as though you're drawing in a joyfulness, a boundless energy. You're really lifting up the elbows as you move. And then just let your figure of eight be released, turn it into a twist. Let your hands, your arms become loose and relaxed. Just begin turning from the base of the spine. Gorgeous twist, nourishing. Discs in your back. And the arms are nice and heavy. Loose, joints soft. And take the hands to elbow level. And then take them up to shoulder level. Give the opposite shoulder a little tap. You can turn your head as well if you wish. And then all the way up overhead. You're feeling the air as your hands move through it. That lovely sense of freedom and openness. And noticing that experience of spaciousness. The arms come down again. They might feel heavy or they might feel light. We're going to start to lift the heels. And as you lift your heels, start to lift the sternum. Get some length into the spine. Really beginning to energize the body now. And we find moving when you feel tired, when you feel stagnant, as if you really don't want to move, is often the best thing for you. Because we store energy in muscles, in ligaments, bones, joints, cells, and it's always available. Let your arms start to lift up once more. Just take your time with it, wherever you are this evening, just listening in to what's right for your body. The arms can go all the way up if you wish. Let the arms come back down. And as you come down, sinking down, stretching out the quads. Little turn in there. Strengthening the knees. And then just let your body find its way back. And in. And keep moving, keep the hips moving. Just taking around in a few circles. And then from your circles, allow it to become figure of eight. So you're sliding one hip forward, then the other. And notice it down in the soles of your feet and your toes. All of the foot, the heel. We just come back to standing. Feels better. I hope you're feeling a bit warmer. Let your shoulders lift up towards your ears. Nice breath in. And as you breathe out, squeeze your shoulder blades together behind. And then just let your knees sink down. Your shoulders relax. We'll repeat that a couple of times. So circling the shoulders, feeling a stretch through the pecs. And then the right shoulder begins to make a circle, and then the left. Those lovely shoulder circles, hips move with it. There's lovely fluid movement happening in the spine. And start to let your elbows lift into it as well. And just swinging the arms through and underneath. It's great for massaging the organs in the body, massages your digestive organs, kidneys. And just let the elbows lift once more. And then just your shoulders. And then have a moment where you notice if you've got a more range of movement there. The shoulders feel mobilized. Come back to standing. So, in preparation for our Surya Namaskar, Sun Salutation, we're going to stretch out the biggest, broadest muscle in the back. And we're going to do the swinging stretch movement. We did this in week 1. You anchor your right foot down and step backwards and forwards with your left foot. And let your arms swing. And as your arms swing up, you take a breath in. And as they come down, breathe out. And once you've got into a lovely rhythm and momentum with it, add in a lift up through the sternum. So you've added an extra stretch in there. And then once you've got your momentum going, start to give your shoulders a tap. Try and keep your elbows in line with your shoulders. And this is one to get your heart rate going. Get you nice and warm. Okay. Now, next time you step back, just let your arms come down. Bend your left knee with the toes of your right foot and then fold forwards. Let your arms lift up behind. And just let your body relax there for a few moments as you ease into a hamstring stretch. Beware of locking the knee. And then we're going to slowly come forward to bring the sole of your right foot down. Step forward with your left foot. Get balanced. Open out the arms. So you've got a nice lift up through the sternum. Stretch through the pecs. Enjoy a couple of breaths here as you hold it. And holding the pose for a few moments helps to build stability and strength. Helping to cultivate more stamina. Lovely. We're going to step back, go back into your hamstring stretch. Floating down, let the abdomen rest towards the thigh. Breathe out into it. Coming forward again. Breathe in, arms lift up. Nice lift up through the sternum. And then one more. Step back. Flowing down, arms lift behind. Or you can have your hands to put in your hands on your thigh or on your knee or shin. That feels good. Step forward, anchor your left foot down. When you're ready, we're going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Get into your rhythm. Adding in that extra lift up through the sternum so you feel a nice stretch in the spine. Start to give your shoulders a tap. And then next time you step backwards, lift the toes of your left foot, bend your right knee, fold forwards, and you can lift the arms behind if you wish. And squeeze shoulder blades together. Exhaling into your deep hamstring stretch. Place the sole of your left foot down, step forward with the right foot. You come up onto the ball of the left foot, open the arms wide, sternum lift. A couple of breaths in and out, glutes can engage, pelvic floor can lift. And step back, bend your right knee, fold forwards, arms lift. One more, coming forwards. Breathe in. Breathe out. We stretch through the pecs. Glutes can engage, pelvic floor can lift. One more as hamstring stretches. So then come forwards. Then Stillness. Or just stretch through the pecs. And there we go, stepping back. And just coming into Tadasana for a moment or two. Bringing your feet to hip distance. Aligning from the ground upwards. Drawing that stability of the earth. Steadiness, strength through your legs. Keeping the knee joints soft. Gently tightening the muscles in the legs. Pump the pelvis to neutral. Breathe in, lifting the sternum, lengthening the spine. And let your shoulders lift towards your ears, back and down. And then just taking a few moments to allow your body to arrive into your Tadasana. So it might take a few breaths to align the spine, let the crown of the head rise up. Just come in front, back hands fairly close. We'll do a few standing stretches and forward bends. Lifting the sternum, reaching up. Shoulders relax and flow down. Just come down as far as what's good for you. Bending your knees, your tailbone underneath, and then gently unfurling the spine as you lift back up. In breath lifts you. Exhalation brings you down. Letting go on that out breath. Energizing the body. The inhalation lifting up and flowing down. Strengthen your body as it lifts. Softness as you flow down. Just one more. We'll rise up. Pause with the arms up above the body. And then just a couple of that vitality breath to open the chest, stretch out the muscles. Just a few times really notice the legs, the trunk of the body, the arms. And then notice that spinal wave as it moves from the base of your spine, as if you're drawing energy up through your body. The breath synchronizes with the movement. Pausing once more with the arms lifted. And reach up, let your palms come together. And then just let your body come over into a sideways bend. Gently press down through the left foot. Engage your core muscles. Breathe in, lift up. Move to the other side. Press down into the sole of your right foot. Engage core muscles, lift up. Let your hands come down towards your heart. Just take a few moments, just checking your shoulders are relaxed. Just feel the pressure as the two palms rest in Anjali Mudra and the heart. Have a drink of water if you need one. So we're going to come down onto knees now. Going to come down onto knees. And if you have your right knee down and your left knee forward, and if you want to place a blanket or something underneath your knee, you can do. Just going to go on a slight angle so I can see you. There we go. So we're going to stretch out the psoas muscle to begin with. So the psoas muscle is has two muscles you like moving in a pair, the ilias and the psoas, and they link the trunk of the body to the legs. And we're going to stretch the psoas muscle, which is somewhere around here. We're going to stretch it as well as strengthen it. So you're going to keep your pelvis upright, engage pelvic floor, and just check that your pelvis stays upright. You can place your hands just behind your left knee. Breathe in, lengthen your spine, and then just sink forward through the hips, trying to maintain a bit of distance between your chest and your knee, and be careful to not let the knee overshoot the foot. And then just let the body just sink down into that stretch without forcing it at all. A few breaths, exhalation lets you sink a bit deeper. And then we're going to begin to move the body now. So press down into your front foot, lift up, let your hands lift up to the level of the chest. And then we're going to move from the base of the spine, lengthen forward, let your abdomen rest onto your thigh and reach forwards. And then use all your core muscles, press into your foot and draw back. And then there's a lovely flow that happens. You can even squeeze your shoulder blades together, moving forwards as you breathe out, breathing in as you flow back. Lovely stretch through your spine. If you feel like you're going to wobble over, imagine both legs are out in front and you're squeezing the thighs together. It's completely normal to have a little wobble in this shape. Just moving forwards and backwards, and it's got so many benefits, including that massaging of digestive organs, strengthening the psoas, nourishing the knee. And we'll just do one more. Breathing in, breathe out, draw in, and your hands come down, swap your legs over. I'm just turning so I can see you. Right, so checking the pelvis is upright, pelvic floor slightly lifted, lower abdominals drawn in, hands behind your knee. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, just sinking down. Begin that movement. So press down into your foot, lift your hands towards your heart, towards the chest, squeeze shoulder blades together, move forward from the base, reaching forwards. And then moving with the breath. It's just got a gorgeous ebb and flow, as well as stretching the spine, strengthening the psoas. We're also working with that heart energy. It reminds us about receiving the breath and releasing whatever you don't need, creating that space. And then just one more. Drawing in. Your hands come down by your sides. Bring both knees down onto the mat. And then I'm going to invite you to come and have a moment or two's rest in crocodile pose. So just lower yourself onto your tummy. One arm on top of the other. Separate your feet wide. Place your forehead onto your arms. Just allow the body to reconnect with your breathing rhythm. Just taking some deep breaths down. And in crocodile pose today, I'm going to invite you to be aware of the area around the navel. And gently pressing down as you breathe in. And softening as you breathe out. Relaxation moves through the body. We're not going to stay still for too long. I'm going to invite you to bring your feet closer together. Slide your hands underneath your shoulders, press down into your palms, and first of all, just lift up into a high kneeling position. You're placing both hands down, or you were there, so I just wanted you to come to high kneeling first of all. Place both palms down onto the mat. Check that your knees are about hip distance, and we're going to work with Majariasana cat pose. You're going to engage your glutes, draw tummy button up towards the spine, arching your back. Let your chin come in towards your chest. Move from the base of the spine one vertebra at a time. Head comes up last of all. And we just move in that way, flowing with the natural breath. As you breathe out, you're arching your back. And as you breathe in, you're looking forwards. Just enjoying that segmental movement of the spine, using the muscles, the core and the back. And then just let your cat pose move in a way that's just perfect for you. Explore all the different ranges of movement of the body, moving your hips, your spine, your shoulders, you bend your elbows. I just think it's really nice to just explore what feels good for you. And then we're going to come down and have a little rest into Balasana child pose. And bring your hips back to join your heels. Exhaling down there. And you can bring your hands back by your ankles, tuck your head in. Just feeling a sense of peacefulness as you rest. We're preparing to move into our next preparation pose. You're going to slide your hands forward, separate your fingers wide, and rise up onto your hands and your knees. Now we're going to come up into Ardha Muksvanasana, which is your downward facing dog pose. So if it's a bit much on your wrist, you can press down into your thumb and your first finger, tuck your toes underneath, engage your core muscles, press down into your hands and lift your knees from the ground about 8-9 centimeters. And then take your belly back towards your thighs, lift your hips up high, lower your heels down towards the mat. Let your head hang loose between your arms. And once you've got up into that shape, you can just gently press down into the balls of the feet so it stretches out your hamstrings. And then walk your feet to the sides of your mat. Press down into your arms and hands a little bit more. Let your head hang loose between your arms and you can lower your heels down towards the mat. Don't forget about your core muscles. And once you're into that shape, just take a few deep breaths. Lovely. Step your feet closer together, come back onto your knees, lift the tops of your feet and come back to the child pose, tucking your head in. Adho Mukha Svanasana, the downward facing dog pose is a key pose in yoga. It's a back stretch. It stretches out that broadest muscle, but it also strengthens the latissimus dorsi. It's great for the brain and it's great for your eyesight as well. It builds stamina and strength. Okay, slide your hands forward and lower yourselves down onto your tummies. We've got one more preparation, two more prep poses. So we're going to come into Ardha Bhujanasana, so the Sphinx to begin with. So forehead is down, thumbs are in line with your eyes, legs are relaxed, glutes are relaxed. Breathe out and then just engage your core muscles. Move from the base of the spine, lengthen one vertebra at a time. Let your sternum lift, press down into your palms and lift your elbows underneath your shoulders. So your legs should be a little bit closer together. That's it. Put legs relaxed. Lift your chin so your chin's parallel to the floor. Draw back down on your shoulder blades. And just hold that shape for a few moments. Your arms are like two pillars supporting you. Allow your breathing to become even and steady. And you can begin to just turn your head one way and then the other. Gently glide in the head. And then if you're feeling like you want to let your head relax down, you can let your chin just drop down so it stretches out the cervical vertebra and the muscles in the neck. And then lifting your head back up. Let your elbows go out to the side. Let your chest come back down. And then there's a second option of coming into Bhujanasana, which is the striking cobra pose. And to create this pose, you're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Bottom part of the body remains relaxed, so the glutes are relaxed. Engage core muscles, lengthen from the base of the spine, press abdomen down towards the mat, lift your chest, keeping your belly down, elbows in towards the body, head lifts. So you've got an inversion there. Check your glutes are still relaxed. And then we're coming back down. And from here, back to child pose. So bring your hands back, one hand length, press down, bring your hips back to join your heels, stretching out your spine. And guide your hands back by your ankles. Taking a few moments just to rest and to recuperate there. I'm going to invite you to spend as long as you need. So if you need to take a minute longer, you can. Whenever you're ready, rise back up. Okay. So we're going to work with the full Sereno Mascar sequence now. So I'm going to invite you to come up to your feet and we'll work through. I think what we'll do is we'll do the two different versions. So I've prepared all the poses so we can just move through it with flow. So when we first do it on the first side, the right hand side, we'll do the cat pose and the Sphinx pose. And then when we do it on the left hand side, we'll do it with the cobra pose and the downward facing dog pose. If you want to do the first version, you can do. Don't feel any pressure to do those slightly more challenging poses. So bring yourself to the front of your mat. You're going to step back. And I'm going to invite you to just stand for a few moments. Feel the strength in your legs. Notice the muscles draw in and your core muscles lift pelvic floor. As you breathe in, let the sternum lift. Your shoulders lift towards your ears, back and down. Beautiful. Let your palms come together in front of your heart. And tapping into that solar energy, that inner power. Separate your wrists, press your fingers down towards the ground, and then just rotate your wrists. The hands come towards the body, hands come down by your sides, backs of the hands become fairly close in front, and we lift the arms up through the midline, opening out as if greeting the outer sunshine. Coming down towards the ground, and we do this bit 3 times. So standing up, breathing in as you rise up, opening out. Breathe in, breathe out as you come down. That's 2 times. Now this time you come down on that 3rd time, just pausing your forward bend for a moment. Make the head, neck and shoulders relax. Place your hands down either in front of your feet or beside your feet. And you're going to step back with your right foot, bring your right knee down onto the mat. Pop your core muscles on, glutes on, and the arms are going to lift out behind into runner in flight. Lovely. Sweeping the hands forward to eye level, folding down towards that leg. We do this bit 3 times. Hands lift a little bit higher each time. On your 3rd time lifting up, you can sink down, open out, as if greeting the sun into what I call the sunburst. And flowing back down. Hands can lift out behind. And then place your hands down either side of your leading foot. And we'll just do the cat version. So you're going to bring both knees down. And then bring your hands down. Moving from the base of the spine. And flowing with Majorasana cat pose. You come back to neutral. Stepping back now with your right foot, tuck your right toes underneath. Step back with your left foot. We're going to drop down into Plankasana plank pose. So your shoulders are above your hands, body's in a straight line, heat's building in the solar plexus. Lovely. Now coming down onto the mat, bring your knees down first, lift your hips, lower your chest down and then your chin into 8-point pose. And then relax the tops of your feet down, let your abdomen come down, slide your hands so your thumbs are at eye level. And as you breathe in now, move from the base of the spine, lifting into Sphinx. drawing your shoulder blades back and down, lifting sternum, pressing down into fingertips, and feel as though the sternum is being drawn forwards, but your arms, your forearms are holding you in that shape. Lowering back down from the base of the spine, elbows come out to the side. Going to press both palms down towards the mat. Lift up onto your knees. This time you're going to bring your right foot forward. Engage your glutes into runner in flight. Lovely. Arms going back behind. Lifting, hands come to eye level. Lifting a little bit higher each time. On your third time, you can sink. Sternum lifts, arms open. You could visualize that light, energy, warmth is radiating through the whole of the body. As you breathe, feel as though it's moving up from the base of the spine. Flowing back down towards your thigh. Arms lift out behind. Place both hands down either side of your leading foot. Step both feet back together so you come into a forward bend. Catch your breath, and then we rise up 3 times to greet that sun. Down you go. Times, and then on your third time, just come back to pause in your forward bend. Now the head's in line with your spine, and you're going to step back this time with your left foot. You're going to bring your left knee down onto the mat, and we're going to runner in flight. So glutes are on, arms are going to lift out behind. So take your time. And as you move, visualize that there's light flowing up from the base of the spine through each of those energy centers. On your third time, pause, down through the hips, that sternum lift, taking a few breaths in and out. Lovely. When you're ready, fall back down, let that thigh support you as you come down, hands lift out behind, and then you're placing your hands down either side of your leading foot. This time we're going to step through. So you're going to tuck the toes of your left foot underneath, and you're going to lift your right foot to the back of your mat, drop your hips down, so you come into plank asana, plank pose. That's great. Hold in there for a few moments, breathe in steadily. When you're ready to come down, your knees come down first, then your chest, then your chin. Option, you can come into Sphinx, or if you want to come into Cobra, let your body relax, relax your glutes, breathe in, keeping abdomen down on the mat, sternum lift, drawing shoulder blades back and down. You can focus your awareness between your eyebrow center. Breathe out as you come down. Bringing your hands back, one more hand length. Press down into your palms. Lift onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes underneath, and you're coming up into Adho Mukha Svanasana, the downward facing dog. Adjusting your dog to your body, so your head always hangs loose between your arms. You can press soles of the feet down to the mat, so the balls of the feet, and then step your feet wide, lift up from the base of the spine, and then lowering those heels down. Holding for a few moments, no pressure to straighten the legs. Strength and stability, inner fire. Okay, step your feet back together. This time you're going to bring your left foot forward. Bring your right knee down onto the mat. Top of your foot relaxes into runner in flight. Arms lifting behind. Lifting the arms to eye level. Softening as you lift. Arms lift a little bit higher each time. On your third time, lift the sternum, open up the arms as if you're holding the sun between your palms. Check your glutes are slightly engaged. Connecting with your breath. And then folding forwards, softening forwards. The sun, like the setting sun. Let your arms lift up behind. Place your hands down either side of your leading foot. Tuck the toes on the back foot underneath. Step the feet back together. Pause in your forward bend for a moment. And then you rise. Allowing that flow of energy to come up through the spine. Arms lift up through the midline, opening out. Exhale brings you down. 3 times. So on the third time you rise, you pause. Taking a few moments to connect with your breath. Take the sternums lifted. And then we're going to bring the palms together overhead. Pressing the palms together, guide your hands down towards your heart, pressing thumbs in towards the sternum, shoulders relax. Close your eyes for a few moments. Just observe any subtle changes, any areas of warmth, coolness in the body, any sensation, feeling confident on that journey to radiant health. Release your hands whenever you feel ready, and you might just want to stand for a moment or two. I'm going to invite you to slowly make your way down onto your mats, onto your backs. And you can just lay still if you want to, but we're going to do a little twist before relaxation. So you're going to bring your knees in towards your chest first of all. And if you want to put your socks and things on now, you can do. I always remember from when I used to go to yoga with Wendy, our teacher. She said, the Sun Salutation is a complete yoga workout. You can do everything in that, but a yoga class is not complete without adding a twist in there. So it's always important to do a twist before we finish. So whenever you're ready, just come onto your back, hook your knees towards your chest, circle your knees around a few times. And then you're going to slide your left leg away, pressing your right knee in towards your chest. And you can press the back of the left thigh down towards the mat. A couple of movements for the hip. You can circle your knee around a few times. And then bring your foot over towards your knee. Sliding your right arm out to the side, taking a breath in. engage your core, and then as you breathe out, just gently twisting over towards the left side, letting your head turn towards the right, keeping your arm just slightly lower than shoulder level. And exhaling into that twist. Once you arrive there, let go of your core muscles, let go of holding on to anything. And then you can come back onto your back. Straighten up your hips. Slide the right leg away. Push your left knee down. Press the back of the right thigh down towards the mat. And just apply a little more pressure as you breathe. And a few circles for your knee. And guide your foot over towards your knee. Slide your left arm to just under shoulder level. And as you breathe out, let your hips roll, so the left hip's lifted. Knee comes down, turn your head towards the left. And breathe out into that twist. In your shoulders as much as possible. And steadily roll back onto your back. Straighten your hips up, final time. Knees come towards the chest. Do whatever feels good. Have a wriggle, bit of movement. You might want to give your legs a little shake out. And then get yourself super comfy and cozy. Your relaxation. Now he's going to roll out to the side, palms face upwards. And pull your blankets over you. Make sure you're super warm. Your body will cool by about 2 or 3 degrees. And I've got a little treat for you in your relaxation tonight. If you stay awake. So I hope that you've enjoyed today's solar class with the Sun Salutation. I hope you feel warm and it's moved at a nice pace for you. So just getting yourself really snuggled down. As you begin to relax down there, just breathe in and tighten all the muscles in the body. Just from the very center, from the solar plexus. So start off engaging your core muscles, move down through the glutes, through the quads, into the knees, calf muscles, and into the toes, and then down from the shoulders down through to the arms and hands. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, soften and let go. Take a breath in between, really fill the belly as you breathe in. breathe out. Going to tighten the muscles again. So starting off with solar plexus and move down through the body, down through your legs, down through your arms, into your fingers. Tighten up the face, scrunch up your eyes. Breathe in. And as you breathe out, just let go, let the body melt. You might want to circle your feet around. Your toes roll out to the side. Circle the wrists a few times. And then just turn your head towards the left side and the right side. To the middle. If there's any remaining tension in the face, just let it be released now. Furrow the brow, wrinkle the nose, move the jaw. And then take a few breaths in and out, sighing the out breath out. And then we're going to move through the body. I'm going to ask you to visualize that you're laying down on soft golden sand. It's warm and soothing, and it's warming your body. Your toes begin to feel warm and soothed, bringing a sense of relaxation up through the legs. A warm, soft, nourishing feeling that you get when you're lying on a warm beach. That feeling moves up into your knees, to your quads. Muscles relax and soften. The hips relax and soften. You can hear the birds calling out in the distance. And the waves are just gently lapping on the shore. And the breathing begins to deepen, and then the breath moves deeper down into the belly. And you notice the sun overhead, that golden sunshine, warming and soothing your body as you relax. The chest relaxes and the arms. You can feel the warm sand on your hands. The sun soothes the palms of the hand. And then hearing the sounds of the water. Just gently lapping in and out. Sounds quite similar to your breath. And your face softens. Your eyes soften and your cheeks. I'm just going to invite you now to spend a few moments just resting here, allowing your body to feel rejuvenated as you soak up that delicious sunshine. I'm going to begin to reawaken the body now. And begin with your breath, just deepen in the breath. And noticing the subtle movements, the expansion in the belly and the lungs. Noticing the ground beneath you and gently pressing down towards the ground. And start to move your fingers and start to move your toes. Allowing a smile to greet your lips. And then allow a smile to twinkle in your eye. And just breathing in that feeling of rejuvenation, of freshness, of vitality. The body begins to feel energized, revitalized. It's starting to stretch your fingers and your arms. You might want to deepen your stretch and maybe bring your arms up above your head. And just gradually begin moving, but moving in a way that's just perfect for you. You might want to bend your knees. You might just want to be still. And really enjoy the few moments of stillness. And just taking a moment to check in with yourself. How do you feel? And turning over onto one side. And pressing your palms down towards the mat. And just bringing yourself into a seated position. Just sitting for a few moments, having your eyes closed. And bring your hands together, rubbing your hands together. Once your palms feel warm enough, place them over your eyes. And you can open your eyes into your palms. Just slowly begin to separate the fingers so the light. Adjust your eyes gently. And you can give your forehead a little tap out. And your eyebrows and your jaw. And give yourself a dust off. Lovely hug. And the other side up as well. is complete by bringing the palms together. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So I hope that you all enjoy this evening's class. I hope you feel a bit warmer and energized, and I hope you're able to sleep tonight. And I hope you enjoyed your little mini holiday. So I will